Okay, let's see how long we can get this to work. I have taken it off of the Wi-Fi and I'm checking to see if I can do this live feed through my regular service. So we'll see how long it lasts this time. I'm trying to do this test so that I can see if I can make this YouTube live thing work at 3 o'clock. In the process, what I'm going to do though is I am going to destruct the book and try to reconstruct it. Carolyn had a great idea. Do I do it from here or do I do it to the next signature? I think I need to do it from here. Here. Do I do it? I wish I could use this page still. That might be too glued together though. It's scary. Are we still live? Oh, my darling. It'll be okay, I promise. I just don't want to cut through anything I don't want to cut through. You know? Oof. Okay. So. This page is going to have to come off. Let's get this page back in here. Okay. Anybody here? Nope, nobody's here yet. Okay. Nobody's watching me do this delicate operation. Okay, so the spine's gonna come off next. And I'm actually gonna take that right down the center, I think. You know, it's just amazing when that's all that's holding the book together. Okay. Okay. Let's get out some good, sturdy fabric. The sturdiest that I have. I'm actually going to pull this off too. I need to have as much connection with the book as possible, I'm sure. Okay. Okay. Let's find some fabric. Are we still live? Is this working? Okay, good, it's working. Where's my good stuff? Of course, I can't find it when I want it because this is parked for the course. Okay. I need bigger pieces of this. Those are all pretty small pieces. You know, I'm just looking for something that's a very sturdy fabric. And Susan's fabric would have been perfect. But, this little pair of shorts that never fit. Oh God, where is it? Where did I put all my fabric at, guys? I thought I had it all nicely stacked here. Yes, it is. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta stand up. Okay. Now I need a piece long enough to accommodate everything. Oh! That did not go the right way. Okay. Hello, who's ever here? Okay. So I pulled the book off. I've cut it apart. And I'm going to work on giving it some more space here. It is making me very nervous. Oh my. We're going to cut this off. So I guess this would be a way to add in more pages if you wanted to too, huh? Okay. Well, the only thing is I don't want to, you know, do this and then need more space. Okay. So this page is going to be pretty fragile here too, without having any backing on it. So we'll put the fabric in there with the next bit. Okay. I think that's pretty good there. Now, I want to be sure to leave it enough space for upcoming things. So how do I ensure that I leave enough space for everything else? I think all I can do here is let's glue the lighter fabric on here first. I think is going to be best. I'm going to need a beer after this, huh? Okay, so let's do this real quick. Let's get some of this lighter weight fabric and just glue all of it together first. And not worry about putting on that outer fabric yet. Because I want to give this still space if I need to redo this. Which, with the builds that I've been doing in here, of course I'm going to need to redo this a couple times. I'm putting a ton of glue in here. It's going to take a while to dry. I want to make sure that it's well covered. Now, since the front's, this front part of the book is almost done here, we also want to make sure that it's not going into the inner pages. That would be not good. Okay, that's the glue coming through there. And I'm going to get my bone folder maybe. Oh, maybe. Okay. That was coming through down there. Okay. Okay. I think I'm just gonna let it dry like that. Yes, it's my altered book. I just took it apart and I'm reconstructing it. So, I don't know if you've been following along, but I had a really funky thing happen here with this guy. Had to expand it, and and then the binding was just too tight back here. And I still want to do some really beautiful builds here. So I took off the back binding. Cut off the back binding, and I'm just kind of basically re-gluing the book together. I'm just trying to massage that into the crevices and the pages, the individual pages that have already been completed. Trying to make sure I'm not ruining anything by getting glue on it. I used a ton of Fabri-Tac back in there. This could probably use a little bit more compression right there. Let's see if we can get some, this guy might be too big. This guy is likely too big. But I want compression right there. And right down here. Just so that those two pages don't really pull apart at all. Oh, come on, buddy. There we go. Except now it'll never stand up like that again. Well, I've got those on there. Not super exciting, sorry about that. But I think I figured it out for now. And then this, of course, will have to have a fabric piece in here. And every single seam, most of the seams do have fabric pieces, thankfully. I've been doing that all the way along. But, you know, this is going to need, every single seam is going to need fabric in the seams. This thing's just kind of hanging off of here, I think. Let's see what that guy's doing. You know, now that I have that space, though, there are things that I could build into there, too. Okay, I think I'll stop the feed for now, and I'm glad that it worked. Be sure to come back at 3 o'clock when we do the drawing. All right, Carolyn, thank you so much for the suggestion. Susan, you put me on the right track with lining everything up and making it work that way. So thanks for your help, everybody. The suggestions are great, and they help me become a better artist, so I appreciate that. Just double checking to make sure on the glue situation with everything. And it looks like we're good. Oh! That was the behemoth operation there. Oh, wow. And actually I want to pull this guy around to here a little bit more so this doesn't fall off. Oh, thank you. I think it's Amanda, isn't that? I know it's gotta be. I think it's Amanda. Is that you, darling? Yes, it is. Okay, good. How are you today? Okay. Alrighty. Okay, I think I've got that temporary fix. And then when I'm done with the book, I'm going to cover it. I'm not going to do the main covering on it right now because, again, if I need to keep expanding, that's our issue. So I got it back together. I have it laying flat. At some point, I probably should consider some sort of board back here. I'll think about that to give it some true strength in between. Okay. The operations. This book has had some major operations, and I'm only halfway through it. Craziness. Pull this guy off here so you guys can see a little better. Dun dun dun. Okay. Hi everybody who's joined. Let me see if I can get you up here without. Hi. Hopefully I'm not upside down. Hello, Deb. How are you? How's Jacksonville today? Are you guys are you rainy, or how is your weather? It's really yucky out here today. All gray skies and rainy, but we need it, so that's excellent. Oh, good. I'm right side up. Thank you. Cloudy, gray, and cold. Yeah, here too. Here too. I wonder if that's kind of across the country. Amanda, where are you at again? You're down south, aren't you, darling? I can't remember exactly. Savannah, yes, you are down south. How's your weather? Probably the same as Florida, kind of gray and overcast. Oh, cool. Deborah, meet Amanda. Amanda, meet Deborah. All right, guys. Well, did you see what I did? It was there last Friday. Cool. Did you see, Deb, what I did? Oh my God. I took it apart. I took it all the way apart. I had guts laying out in my book. It was scary. But I think it's going to work. I think I've got it to work. It's scary stuff. Just visited originally from Atlanta. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. I'm a Wyoming girl, as you guys know, probably. I don't know if you do or not. Happily going to move up out of here at the end of the month. So, okay, I'm going to sign off for now. I will be back at 3 o'clock. I just needed to test and see if the if my phone would work better than the Wi-Fi, which it did. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. We will chat soon. All right, see you at 3 o'clock Pacific, so that's what? I can't see the time. Oh, I think we've got about 2 hours. Yay! Cool. We'll see you at... You've got your name in there a lot of times, Deb. Thanks so much for all of your help with this subscriber drive. I am going to be doing more subscription drives like this in the future. Probably nothing as extravagant as that crazy. I love you too, darling. Thank you so much. Thank you. But yeah, I'm going to try to do this on a regular basis. So fun stuff. I love giving things away. It's kind of, I always liked giving presents for Christmas. Finding the perfect present. I remember the year that I got my little brother. He was in his 20s. You're welcome, Amanda. My little brother was in his 20s, and we used to draw names for the adult kids. I have 4 brothers and a sister. See you later, Amanda. And so we would draw each other's names, and I got Eric's. And so that year I got him a pistol BB gun. And there was something else that I got him that was just kind of this crazy present. And he really loved it. So that was kind of one of those perfect Christmases where I got just the exact right gifts, which I always love that. Hey, Kathy, how are you, darling? Canada. Yo, Canada. I have twin brothers. You do? Wow. How was that growing up with twin brothers? That must have been crazy. Yes, I'm happy that you're here too. I'm basically just testing. Was it fun? Oh, cool. I was just testing out to see if I could get the live feed to work. So that's the main reason why I was doing this. But Kathy hasn't seen this. I did a massive book operation live. I pulled off the binding, the back part, and I shored it up with the next page to get that to line up. And I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work well. I had to do something though. That crazy page was so cockeyed that this will put the book back in line. Yeah, it is. It is. And then I'm going to put this over the top of it once I'm all done. They're 3 younger than me. And they were a little pain when they were tweens. Usual stuff. Yeah, yeah. Well, they were at least younger than you. I had only one younger sibling, my brother Eric, and the older ones. But, you know, growing up in a big family, sometimes it's excellent and other times it's pretty tough. But my brother Rick was the one who was 5 years older than me. He was my main influence probably as a sibling, as far as he taught me how to throw a football and taught me how to dribble a basketball and those types of things. But how about you, Kathy? Oh, no, I know about your family. Yes, 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 yes. How is your daughter doing today, Kathy? Is she okay? Everybody okay in your household? How are you feeling? Hopefully you're feeling okay today. Who wasn't feeling good? Karen. Karen isn't feeling good. It's such a bummer. Keep talking to me. Oh, Kathy, since you're here, we can talk about mica sheets. Yay! Daughters are good, the rest meh. Yeah, I know the feeling, sweetie. Ugh. Do you want to hear about the difference between mica sheets? Yay, okay, cool. I can do that. If I can find them. Okay, let me adjust you here one more time. Yes, please. Okay. Mica sheets, where did you go? Of course, I found my last remaining ones. Now they're lost again, right? The new package is lost. Here's the old package. I still did have a couple pieces left. Okay. Mica sheets. So first off, they have a completely different texture. And if you can tell, they also have this really incredible, it's a mineral. So they actually used to use mica for windows, thick chunks of mica for windows. So you can see the texture of them. And if you tear off a little bit of them here, try to get out of the way so you can see it. So it comes off in sheets. Now, the thing that I like about this product over using just a piece of plastic, and you can cut it off very easily. Just take it with the scissors and cut it to whatever size, shape you want it. You can also kind of bend it and crack it and fold it. I think it has so much more texture, so much, it has more strength, whereas acetate can really have that very plastic feel to me. And for me, plastic just isn't an acceptable. I don't like plastic very much. So, you know, if I would have had a piece of mica to put in here. Now, I kind of replicated the mica with this because it has the cracks in it from the one sheet to the other. Sometimes acetate just looks too perfect. Now, times when acetate does work excellent. You can stamp on acetate like with a StazOn. And when you do that, you can actually flip that image over from your stamp side, and you can take your Sharpies and you can color it in. And if you try to take your Sharpies and color it in on the same side as the StazOn stamp, that it does kind of melt or move the ink. So acetate does have its uses and its applications. I prefer the mica sheets. Does that explain that okay for you? Hello? Are you there, Kathy? Yes. Do you have any more questions about it? I think that for the price, I think it's like $17 for the large pieces. Is it a smoky color? Yes, it is. It's they're coming out the bottom because I'm holding them upside down. That's smart. Hold. Why are they coming out the bottom? So, okay, if we look at one piece on here against the white, you can tell they do have kind of a gray toned, kind of a taupe color maybe. The individual little fine sheets that you can pull off of here. See, look at, I'm splitting it right in half, making it super thin. And what color is that? Again, it's still kind of that smoky color. It's really interesting stuff. But I like rocks. So, you know how I am about geology and all that stuff, so. You can split it. Didn't understand that. Yeah, yeah. And in fact, that small piece, I'm sure will split again. Here, I mean, you can get these into super fine sheets. If you can get them to where they start at. This one corner here works. Oh, come on. This one's really a fine sheet now. But let's see. There it goes. Okay, I was able to get that to split. It's super. You could stamp on it with your StazOn, absolutely. Now, it's probably not going to give you an absolute perfect stamp because there are kind of ridges and scratches in it. But I think you could really, you want to try it? I could try it for you real fast. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, my favorite sparrow. I love this stamp. Just finished pages with 6 women. Oh, wow. That sounds really cool. Who was that that said that? Oh, I want to see the comment. No, cancel. Oh, I can't see that comment again. 6 women and 6 what? Please repeat that comment so I can review it again. I don't know how to scroll backwards because I'm inexperienced with YouTube Live. Me. Oh, hey, Deb. So what did you do again with the 6 women and the mica sheets? I only saw that real quickly. Okay, Kathy. Now, if you have like your Tim Holtz stamp thing, it would probably work better. And I just did a quick stamp with it. But you can stamp on it. 6 women on 2 pages with the window openings with mica. Oh, I love that. I did that in my first book. That is a really cool effect. Very cool effect. So there's the stamp on the mica sheet. It's cool. 6 women on 2 pages. Yeah, so you must have done the 6 window. Very cool. It does. It stamps pretty well. Again, it does have ridges to it, so it's not going to be. This is my first book. Awesome, Deb. That's so cool. I'm glad you're trying it. Are you enjoying it? Books can be kind of tough, but they're so much fun once you get going with it. Are you liking it? Obviously, if you just did the dual 6-page, 6 window, that's an intensive workout or layout. Sorry, workout. And do you have any other questions for me, guys? Yes, loving it. Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome. It's cool to see that this is working without me cutting out again. I'm very, very happy about that. Because it was annoying the other day. Just want to say hi from Toronto. Hi, Betty. How are you? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been fun having you follow. I've been enjoying your comments. Absolutely. I want to make a big circus one when I finish. Very cool. Yes, 2 Canadians there. You know, the cool thing about the circus book is that there's so many images that you can use that are really awesome. The hard thing, I think, for me about the circus book is that there were definitely, you know, I mean, it was, well, it was probably the only job that a lot of those people would have ever had. And so in ways, they did benefit off of being an oddity. It's just yeah, I know. I feel the same way. You know, I know the horses were fairly well taken care of, but even at that, you don't know. I mean, the elephants and the tigers and the bears and all of that, you know, how many of those animals were really treated well? And how could they have been treated well? Because they're, you know, riding around in those boiling hot trains, or, you know, worse, if they didn't have a train, can't handle. I know. And I don't really like to exploit the birth defect people. You know, the freaks, they're very interesting. And who was it? It was one of them. I think his name was Pip. And he had, you know, he had a disease that gave him the pointy head. And then, Barnum, of course, cut his hair to where it was just at the tuft at the top. Oh, I know. I agree. Or to get a lion to jump through fire. I mean, or for the lion to stand still while a tiger jumped on its back. You know, it just... It was a different era, you know. But I don't really like to put those images in the book because I don't want to... You know, how do you leave those images out? Because it was such a huge part. You know, where is the doing justice and all of that? It's a little bit of a quandary for me. In fact, oh, you guys haven't seen the 6-page Cirque du Soleil. Yeah. So here's the 6-page flip and fold. You'll get to see it before everybody else does. So I put on these guys. I just love this little Americana. And then it opens up and we have that one. And who can tell me who this is? I put a gremlin in my book, but I loved the poster and it just fit in there so well. It has nothing to do with circus, but I giggled and so I kept giggling and so I did it. Okay, come on down here. It's a gremlin, Kathy. So here is Kate. I can't remember her name, but oh, come on. There she is. Isn't she amazing? That was her husband that she kept lifting over her head. And that's her husband there. And that's her husband there. I found this interesting, though, this vintage photo. Somebody had scratched out the photo to make it look like she was wearing a skirt. I can't see. Yeah. So somebody was being modest. So then we have, oh, thank you, Deb. Then we have the snake lady. And if you prefer Deborah over Deb, let me know. I love her. And I've of course hand inked all of these. Trying to get you out of the glare, but where you can still see them. I love how that one turned out. I should have fussy cut a few more of these. I just didn't really think about it at the time. And my strong men. Oh, cool. All right, good. This thing is so unruly. It's crazy. Get back here. Okay, and then we have the fortune teller. And then we have sorry about the glare from that one light. I love that image. It just cracks me up. But really, somebody actually stuck themselves in a cannon to get shot out of it. Can you imagine that? And we have these girls who, they were, I think, actually an acrobat troupe. And they were, it's just super cool. So that's that layout. It's all done finally. And it's kind of crazy holding up this book without a back to it anymore. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Oh, thank you. I saw Kathy's. I didn't see the one before it. How do I see what the other comments are? No. I don't want to mute the microphone. That looks like live chat. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So another thing that would be cool, somebody was saying that they were doing a Freaks book, and that would be very, very interesting. Again, oh, I was telling you about the Pip guy who had his Barnum just shaved the top of his head, and Barnum made him, kind of grunt and make noises, but he ended up dying as a multimillionaire in today's standards. And he said to his sister before he died, is, I guess we fooled him. Move and cabin. Oh, yeah. No, thanks, Betty. So, the cabin. So my best friend is purchasing property up north. And the property is a gorgeous cabin that she's purchasing, her and her husband. And there's a spare house on it, just kind of an in-law house. It's a 1-bedroom. And I'm going to be converting basically the living room into my art studio. Kind of similar to what I've done here. When I decided to really go full-time at art, I sold my love seat, my chair, my coffee table, a shelving unit. I sold a bunch of furniture in order to be able to put my art table up. And then I have these 2 large shelves right here. So they won't be at the cabin full time, but they will be there often. But when they're not there, I'll be able to just kind of keep an eye on the property and make sure, everything's okay. And in the meantime, I get a place to stay. And basically, I'm down the hill from a beautiful bend on the Trinity River. There's a swimming hole in the river. I guess there's salmon and steelhead fishing. I'm super excited about it. Being from Wyoming, I've lived in California now for 7 years, and this is a lot of traffic and concrete, and I'm excited to get back closer to nature. When I moved out here 7 years ago, I had, oh, thank you, Deb, I appreciate it. It's an incredible thing that has happened, and I'm very, very grateful to my best friend and her husband for allowing me to stay there. I mean, this is their dream property. So, I've worked with her. I worked right next to her 8 hours a day. Yes, it is exciting. Yes. Worked with her for 6 years. So, we do know how the other person works, and a dog. I know. I can't wait. I bought a leash yesterday. I did. Although now where it's at, I don't know, because things are just stacking up here. I can add property I could, yes. Or caretaker, yes, absolutely. It's an exciting opportunity. It really, truly is. You guys should see this piece of art that I have in my brain right now that I want to make. I need to sit and make it one of these days. I get so focused in on the book that my other pieces that I'm thinking about just have to wait. But now that the drawing is over here, I probably will jump away, give myself a little bit of a break from the book, because I kind of need it before I head into the big top part of it. So yeah, the move. I bought a dresser and a matching bookcase. I'm going to buy another dresser tomorrow, but the dresser tomorrow is going to be, it's like 25 inches wide, I think. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, cool. I'm trying to think of who you are. Have I heard from you before, Psychic Pony? I think I would have seen you before. Hello and welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, the dresser I'm going to buy tomorrow. So it's a tall one and kind of skinny, and I'm planning to put all my paper in it. I bought this plastic one from Michael's, and I don't want any more plastic. I don't want any more ugly shelves. I want pretty furniture. So no. Does that mean no, you haven't said anything before, or do I know who you are? I get confused. I'm sorry. I do get confused. Not unusual. You know, with my health throughout the years, the unfortunate thing is that I've had a lot of surgeries, and I've taken a lot of drugs that kill your immune system. And as a result of that, my memory has been affected. Absolutely. And, you know, I used to be able to, I had over 18 credits of art history in college. I used to be able to tell you artists, the name of paintings, the era, you know, all of those things, the influences at the time, and you know, there's so many things that I've forgotten over the years. So my short-term memory, and plus right now I'm so scattered, as you can tell. Oh, cool. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I really truly am. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing and being a part of the group. It's a lot of fun. Definitely come over to Messy Hand Band of Artists on Facebook if you do Facebook on the group. Because that way I get to see what you guys are making too. And Deb, I want to see your layout. You know, even if something is influenced by another artist, I still want to see what you are creating. I love seeing what other people are making because it inspires me. Absolutely. Does anybody have any other questions for me? Anything else you want me to talk about? Oh, I got the moving company. See, I jump around all the time. My brain does that. It drives me nuts. Like, got the moving company set up. The other day I had to go and get a storage unit. You do a video of your new place? Yes, I will. I will do, I'm hoping that I have reception up there. I'm really hoping for that. Oh no. Oh, that is too bad, Deb. Oh, goodness. Oh, you know, I was in that motorcycle accident in 2017. And my helmet was skidded all the way around. Yeah, me too, Deb. That's horrible. I got so lucky that I didn't truly injure my brain more than that. You know, I was beat up after that, but man, those falls can be so nasty. I had PTSD. I still do occasionally from the wreck, and you know, a lot of that is the falling part. And it's, you know, I can be laying there in bed and all of a sudden, just, you know, if I'm with somebody, they're like, "What happened?" It's like, "Oh, I just hit the ground," you know, just a flashback hitting the ground. So I feel for you. Yeah, it is. It is a real bitch. I completely agree. That loss of memory is so frustrating, and I just went through that with my boss. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Your daughter seems like she's doing pretty good though, Kathy, right? I think I saw a picture of her walking around and everything. She just had the concussion, right? Hopefully nothing else was too major with that. How was that? Oh, loss of memory. Yeah, I was dealing with that with my, I don't know how much I should go into, but with my boss for the last 5 years. So yeah, it's hard. It's a really hard situation. No fun to deal with that. She's trying, yes, concussion. She's back in uni. Oh, she's back in university. Good. I'm glad. Glad she's... Yes, let's talk about something happy. I get to get a puppy. I get to get a puppy. So excited. So I've been looking online, and I tried to talk to my landlord. I found a really pretty German Shepherd. Excited about your move? Yes, I am too. I am too. I'm so excited. I'm scared. To be honest with you, I am scared about the move. I love dogs too. Um, it's a completely different area. I won't know anybody again. Oh, golden doodle. Those are nice. I would love to actually find a labradoodle, golden doodle. The lack of shedding would be really a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'll be living right next to the river. Oh, Kathy, I had a husky. Juvenile delinquent, though. Oh my gosh. My Cheyenne, she was absolutely a gorgeous dog. At one point, I had up to 7 dogs at the same time. Yes, they are. They are delinquents. Oh my God. Shy used to push past me. She didn't calm down until she was probably about 6 years old. But that dog could run. I mean, wow. And, I didn't exercise her enough. I didn't do her justice that way, but um, she's very loving. She loved you. She wanted to be with you. She didn't like it if you left. She'd eat things if you were packing. She didn't like you to pack at all. Oh, the problem, I don't have a problem making new friends, Betty. It's more the fact of Betty, do you want Betty or Betty Ann? Because I'm reading it as Betty Ann, and then I shorten it because that's just kind of what I do. But um, it's hard to make new friends when you don't really know where they're at. Betty is fine. Good. Good. Um, there's I would love to get into teaching. I would really love to teach some classes. So I'm hoping, I'd love to find a storefront even. And if I could, be close to a town or a city at the cabin. So, Salyer will be, you have to be the alpha dog. Yes, you absolutely do. I'm pretty alpha. There's no doubt about that. But huskies, they don't really care because they like to go by the beat of their own drum, and they know they'll be in trouble when they come home. But my other dogs, no issues. I had a border collie Australian Shepherd mix, and boy, was she an awesome dog. I mean, just boom, boom, boom. She was right there. Amazing dog. Oh, well, you take classes with me every day, though, Deb. But yes, I would love. One thing that I do eventually want to do, this is kind of in my long-term plan or dream list. Hi, Ricky. How are you? It's nice to see you. Yeah, we've just been chatting. You should see what I did to my book. I operated. What was I talking about? Oh, long-term goals. Yes, it worked. It worked. I didn't kill it, thankfully. Oh, good. Good. I want to start being able to travel and visiting places and doing classes. So that is kind of a long-term goal. So if I can get a studio space, Seth Apter does it, and I would love to kind of model that a business plan of his. What a wonderful way to be able to visit different places around the country and to teach. And I know I could see how much he enjoyed the feedback on the process. And I really do enjoy meeting people, and I would love to teach one-on-one because I love seeing what other people are making. It fires off the thoughts in my brain. So that's a long-term goal, is to start doing traveling classes. Don't really know how to go about doing that yet, so that's definitely something I will have to research. My hair gets in my face. You guys know this. So I like stick it up. Wouldn't that be cool? Ricky, where are you at again? Yeah, I would love to, Kathy. I would love to come up to Canada. There are yes, yeah, it is. Pennsylvania. Yes, yes. And thank you. Did you get your package yet? And did you love it? I think you told me you loved it, but I can't remember who's gotten it and who hasn't. Oh gosh, Carol, I've got to get back to Carol. Oh, Carol ordered a package, and I would love to come to Toronto. Yes, I loved it and left great feedback. Thank you so much, Ricky. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, that was very cool. Carol received a sopping wet package. Oh, wonderful. Aren't you know, when I have the time, I want to be able to my journal pack. She bought the journal travel pack, I believe. Or did you buy the second pack? I can't remember which one you got. I think you got the first one. I'm sorry. I can't remember. But I would love to be able to sit and actually just kind of make package with beads. First one. Oh, cool. Yeah, that one was fun to put together because I'm just like, oh, I could do this, and then I could do this, and I could do this, I could do this. Well, I did that with all of the things that I put together for you guys. That's like, if I were getting this, what would I want in it? So I have those standards that yeah, I want something good if I'm going to be paying for it, by golly. So I'm glad you love it, Nikki, and I hope you do join our Facebook group if you haven't already. Again, I'm sorry, I'm meeting so many new people here just in the past couple weeks with our new subscribers. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Well, I would love to grab a martini. Oh, that would be wonderful. Except it's still a little bit early and I would pass out by 5 o'clock. True story. No, I would love one. I really would. Truly. Let me take a drink here real quick. Let's all have a martini. Absolutely. So a few years ago, before my last surgery, where they took out another section of my small intestine, that was January of 2017. The years prior to that, my body started rejecting food again, and beer and wine. I still can't drink wine. And I live 30 miles from Napa, and I can't drink wine. It's horrible. Oh, it's horrible. I love wine. I love a big, juicy, yes, a big, juicy red, you know, full of flavor. I love cabs. But I also like a sharp yet soft Chardonnay with that little buttery aftertaste. Like, oh, happy, happy. My sister actually has a wine slash restaurant bistro up in Alexandria, Virginia. So that's a great place to go to too. It's very sad I can't drink wine. Anyway, where I started from, digressing. I keep skipping around. Sorry. Wine got thrown off the list, and then beer got thrown off the list as far as things that I could drink, and vodka was the one alcohol that I could safely drink without getting sick. So I just started drinking martinis, and then if I put them on the rocks, they last a little bit longer because the water will melt into the vodka a little bit. You know, the things that we have to do in life, right? So I would love to have a cocktail with you. What else is going on? Who else has some news for me? Anybody watching Tim Holtz doing his live feeds on the new products coming up? He did Ideology yesterday. He did the stamps today, and I think tomorrow he's doing the Ranger products, the sneak peek previews. Creativation is going on at the in the next couple days. Isn't it amazing, Ricky? Like, oh my God, yes. The one from yesterday is the one where I'm like, ooh, that's gonna cost me a little bit of money. That's gonna cost me a little bit of money. I do wish, haven't checked that yet, but want to. Yeah. The only thing that I wish, yes, Betty, and you can go to probably Tim Holtz on YouTube. Just Google him, or go to Tim Holtz Addicts on Facebook, and they have a whole group of people that use Tim Holtz products, and saw some great ideas on there today too. It's like, ooh, I could do that. I could do that. So I love watching what other artists are making. Always triggers. And stuff this month. Well, wait till next. Well, it doesn't come out till February. So, you know, it is kind of hard with all of the wonderful new art products that come out. I have a tendency to purchase too much stuff, but on the other hand, now I don't have that steady income coming in, so I'm going to have to really modify. Luckily, I bought a lot of my supplies, you know, before I was released from my job, and well, my position was eliminated. We'll put it that way. But I was able to question about journal pages. Sure. What's up, Kathy? What's I talking about? See, it's squirrel. I always have to laugh at the dog from Up because I feel like that dog. How to find pages when folded are still big enough. Okay, so a lot of times what I found by making, what did I do? Make 9 of those at a time together. You're kind of limited by how big you can make your journal, by how big your sheets are. Scrapbook pages. Oh, that sucks, Deb. Because those plates are expensive. You know, you always have to watch out the one that's cheapest. You really do. That sucks. I'm sorry about that. Check on eBay though. Somebody might be selling just those plates. Journal pages. So scrapbook pages, when you close them, are 6 inches by 12 inches. So the scrapbook pages actually give you a pretty good folded sheet size. If you're saying doing like a 6x8 or 5x8 size and you need more longer sheets, think about legal pads. So they would be 8 inches tall by 11.5. So, oh, such a bummer. Such a bummer. So you just really have to kind of search out for the right pages that you want. I did offset some of my pages so that they would be a little bit longer on one side, and then the shorter side I would make a fold into or a tuck spot into, or you can glue that shorter page to the page in front of it. And when you do that, you can make a little pocket tuck space. So you just have to be really creative. You know, find as big of books as you can. You know, like even this crazy paper, like this, you know, when you fold it over, it's like this. Yeah, a regular paper, a regular printer sheet, you know, that's 8.5 by 11. I don't know, you guys are probably metric in Canada, but so that's only going to be 5.5 inches wide. So sometimes you have to modify the size of your book. You have to cut down your book a little bit. So you just gotta make it work. Keep on the lookout. Ledger sheets, you can usually find the ledger sheets that are longer, but then you'll have to buy a pad of ledger paper. And they're not cheap. I would actually suggest that you go and buy, there's, I don't know if you guys have Joann Fabrics. Yes, it is a learning curve for sure. Um, but there was one stamp scrapbook pad that had maps in it that also had ledger papers in it and things like that. After I coffee dyed all those, that's what I used in a majority of the journals, just because it had larger pieces of paper in it. So, anything else that anybody has going on they want to ask me about? What time are we at here? I can't see without my glasses on. I think we're almost to 2, aren't we? No Joanne's but Michael's, I'm gathering. Yes, yeah, it is. It's hard. It's almost 2 o'clock. We're almost to the drawing, guys. You should see how big, how full that hat is. I mean, I've got some names in there. You girls, you guys have been absolutely wonderful. My numbers, um, I think my average view time was up. Yeah, that was cool, huh, Ricky? Supplies are extremely limited here in Barbados. Oh, hey! Hi, Sonia. How are you? Sonia is a recent, well, she's just recently made herself known to us. I don't know how long she's been watching, but she's been telling me, I would love to know what you had to use. Oh, really? Deb, well, oh, yes. So one thing about Michael's, here's the thing. Whenever a store can sit there and put things half off every other day, like Joann's and Michael's does, um, uh, you know that their markup is ridiculous. So only go and buy from those. Oh, I bet. I bet. Only go and buy from those stores if they're on sale or if you have your coupon. You know, it's really hard to have tunnel vision when you go in there, you know, when you have that 50% off coupon. Amazon is excellent, and you guys do know that if you use my links, you know, Amazon will give me a little kickback. Be sure to let me know if you find a cheaper price on something that's comparable. Yeah, only buy with a coupon is an absolute truth. Joanne has been having some crazy great coupons. And Tuesday morning, I swear to God. Yeah, I'm sure it does, Kathy. I'm going to be working on that international too. That's on my priority list. Dolly is in India right now, but she was helping me out with that. And I also need to really push Instagram. So my list of things to do is just monstrous. You know, here I don't have a 9 to 5 anymore, but I'm now working from 5 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night instead of 9 to 5. It's crazy. Of course, I've always kind of had crazy hours with working with art. So, yeah, Sonia, I'd love to hear. Oh, good. Good, good, good. So, Kathy, are things less expensive in Canada or more expensive? You know, I actually agree with you, Deb. And more. Okay. Um, the thing that about Amazon, and I order from Amazon often, uh, you know, they're going to deliver to my door. It's going to be there in 2 days. Way more expensive in Canada. Oh, that's a bummer. Huh. That's really too bad. Um, and if at any point, if it's cheaper for me to pick something up for you guys and ship it, I'm always willing to do that too. I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but you know. Um, backtrack. Where was that? What was I talking about? Keep me on track. Oh, I feel like I've talked about 100 different things, and I'm talking a mile a minute, which is not always standard for me. I'd be better off with the martini and having a cocktail with Ricky. Maybe I'll have one for the drawing, right? Okay, somebody else ask me something now. Exactly. Oh, you guys should have seen me in my motorcycling days. I was just thinking of drinking in the afternoon, and that triggered the thought of motorcycle riding with friends and just all that good stuff. The things we do with our friends. Yes, absolutely. Would we have to pay fee to ship to Canada? I don't know. I have no idea how that would work. What, oh, I was talking about that. What was I talking about? Oh, the international. Is there markets in Barbados? Sonia was telling me that they have very limited supplies in Barbados. Is that correct, Sonia? Sonia, am I saying your name right? I'm horrible at pronunciation. It's another thing I truly suck at. Sonia. I'm sorry. I'm just going to trim off the edge of this book here. If somebody says something, let me know. I wish it would give me a little ding when you guys have said something, and then I can look up real quick. Because then I would be working while we're doing this. Because you know me, I can't have idle hands, right? It's like, ooh, the book's in front of me. I can make something. I think this is going to work out okay, though. I'm feeling like this was a successful operation. I mean, that's pretty darn strong there. Probably stronger than it was. And if I need to open it up more, I can just cut it out here. That was a great idea. Carolyn from Scotland. You have to pay your provenance taxes when you ship to Canada. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Thank you. Well, a surgeon. Yeah, I don't think anybody would want me to cut them open. Although I would do it if I had to. Yeah, I'd do it if I had to. Okay, guys. Well, only if I was a book. Yes. And no martinis, right? So does anybody ever wonder what my tattoos are? And before a martini, absolutely. I haven't ever really talked about those tattoos. Anybody want to know? This is to cut my book also. It's fat already. I think you have 12 pages done. Wow, Deb, that's great. That's a lot of pages to have done. That is excellent. Good job. Okay, so Ricky says yes. You wonder every day. Okay, so styrka. And älsket. I have to think about, I don't say the words. But styrka means strength in Norwegian, and älsket is loved. So this is have strength, you are loved. And you know, I give my love very easily, but sometimes it's hard for me to remember that I am loved. And you know, but I sit here. Thank you. I'm here in this apartment alone a lot, and sometimes it's hard to remember. So yes, they're Norwegian. So my last name is Aune, A-U-N-E. It's Norwegian. So technically, I'm supposed to be German on my mother's side and German Norwegian on my father's side, but I got the ancestry test done about a year ago, and it came back that I was Irish and English and all sorts of different, all Northern European. But basically, it was the part of England where the Vikings would have come over and settled. So, you know, if you go just 10 generations back, so English and German. How did I get off on that? Oh, okay. So yes, have strength, you are loved. So loved also stands for me, you know, my friends. This means all of my people that love me. without having, you know, their names or a separate symbol or something like that. And Styrka, I always wanted strength tattooed on my body for years and years and years. But, you know, I looked at the Chinese characters and it looks like an N. The sign for strength looks like an N. I'm like, okay, what does a Chinese character have to do with me anyway? And that's kind of an ugly symbol. And then I just started, you know, then I was like, well, okay, let's look at some Norwegian things or something from German. So I was like, okay, look at runes. I'm going to look at some runes and see what strength means in runes. Well, it's an N. It's essentially an N shape. So I was like, I don't want an N. And so then I typed it in, and strength in Norwegian is styrka. Styrka. So it's a hard word to say. I had to listen to it like 500 times so that I could say it right. And it was the perfect word for me. You know, my whole life I've basically just had to be strong, and you know, especially with medical issues for the last, well, since around 2005, 2006, I'd say I've had stomach issues. So maybe 2004, somewhere in there. So I've had a lot of pain in my life. So, you know, you just have to be strong and you have to fight through it, and you just have to keep going. And then I found that word, and it's like, that's the perfect word for me. That's where I want it. But then I wanted something on this side, and I started looking at other 6-letter words to have something that matches. And I stumbled across loved. It's like, that works. That works well. So that's my tattoos. I do have another one on my ankle, but it needs to be touched up. But that is basically, it symbolizes, it has a wave that's kind of flowing up, so that's the wind and the water together. It has a sun for the for fire, and a flower for the earth. So kind of a hippie type thing. Yeah, good. Well, guys, I'm going to get off the line here. It's excellent to know that this works. We've just been chatting. Yes, you're welcome, Ricky. We'll see you here in just a little while. If you guys have any more questions for me, let's come back at 3 o'clock and, you know, think about things that you would like to know about construction, or books, papers, you know, anything that I know about. I'll be happy to share with you, as always. Okay, well, thanks for the awesome chat. Oh, you have tried some. Oh, that's right, Sonia. You did the tent. You did the big tent. How did that work out? Let's see that. Sonia, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to join my Facebook page, because I really want to see your tent. You said you had to really do it with different materials in Barbados, because you didn't have similar products to what we have. So I'd love to see how it turned out. I really, truly would. Join the group. I'm going to try to shut down. Oh, yes. The city scene was something else, wasn't it? Wow, that thing was just insane. I would not suggest to do it quite as detailed as I did. I am going to really be working on putting some things on paper about how I've constructed stuff, putting some more instructions down. I do plan to put that on my Patreon. I need to get some more content on my Patreon page. You know, it's just hard. It's hard with everything going on. I've got to start packing. I haven't done laundry for a couple weeks. Came out pretty good. Awesome. That is, you have to be, that's great, actually. That would be, yeah, that'd be great, huh, Kathy? That would be absolutely awesome. the thing that gets inspiring about people that are using different materials is, for one, for me, I look at that and go, oh, so I could use that, and I could do this, and I could do that. And plus, you're making things that are generally more economical, or and those are great things that we can share with each other artists. Is um, you know, you can use this in place of this, and that saves you this much cash, and you don't have to get this. It's like, for me, gel medium is $17 for a bottle like this. Your basic school grade products there. Wow. Well, but I could see still making it work with school grade products. You would just probably really have to glue papers together to make them strong enough, and use cardboard. You would have to have cardboard that you would get out of like cereal boxes and such, right? And you can always use that type of paper. I was going to say the matte medium. The crackle paste is something that, that's going to always be a permanent tool. But I should try matte medium, but I don't like the cost of it. I would much rather buy a gallon of Mod Podge for $25 versus a thing of matte medium like this for $17. I just can't justify that expense for me. I don't know, maybe it's a miracle thing. I haven't tried it, so I don't know. Sonia, join the group. And I do think I want to shut down the Messy Hand Band of Artists page and just focus on, yes, absolutely. Just focus on the group page instead of that, so. Okay. Well, we've been on here 90 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload this video. Golden. Yeah. Golden is very expensive, though. It's, it depends on what type of paint it is. Golden doesn't really make a cheap line. So that's part of the issue. Golden is a much more, it's like the iridescent paint that you'll see me use in the gel plates. That stuff's $25 a tube. It's a tube of paint for $25, and that's craziness. Crazy. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go now because I could keep talking to you all day. It's been awesome. And let's see, use a bit of magazines, auction, and get some great stuff. Yeah, that's very cool. And again, don't forget about using, the cardboard, or, if you don't have the heavy chipboard, just look at this. This got glued together. This is just a file folder, but it makes a nice stiff paper. So I would think you'd have, something along that line. Improvising, I think, makes us better artists anyways. Like, what can I use instead of that? Of course, for me, I'm like, ooh, I gotta have that pretty thing. I gotta have that. There's some cool things that I was gonna say goodbye. Art supplies that I'm thinking about getting. I would love that. Please, please, please do. I want to see what you're making. I want to see what everybody's making. I really, truly do. Because I feel like I get closer to you guys the more that we exchange and the more that we have a conversation. I'm pretending that you're talking to me when you're writing me little messages. Of course you are chatting with me. So, I would love to see what you guys make. Really, truly would. Okay, guys. We will see you in a bit. In 45 minutes. We'll do the drawing in 45 minutes. Okay. Love you. Bye. Thanks so much for being here, guys. All right. See you soon. 45 minutes. We'll do the drawing. And Ricky, you've got your names in lots of times. So do you, Kathy, Deb. So do you. Thank you so much, you guys, for your support. You are truly awesome.